chord changes to the song called Baja. The melody's not that important. What is important is that you can learn to improv a little bit over these chord changes. They're fairly simple chord changes. You're in the key of F, so we'll start with learning what's in the key of F. This is the F scale. It's the F major scale. Anything in this note pattern would work. If you want to get more adventurous, I suggest using chord tones. The chord tones are the first, third, and fifth note of each chord. There's the first, third, and fifth. So we have F, A, C. If you go to the C chord up here, have the F chord, the C chord, then you go to C, E, and G, the 1, the 3, and the 5. Those are called chord tones, and those work great. If you want to get a little bit more involved, you can use what's called the pentatonic scale. Pentatonic meaning 5 notes. The first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. I did the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth on the F chord. Now if you go to the C chord, you do the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. So it gives you some more notes to work with that are a little bit more specific to that chord. Now I'm also going to be using some repetition. I'm going to play 2 notes at once. I'll play 2 chord tones at once maybe, and just some other improvisational techniques. Repetition using notes that are a half step under that, flips, and we'll do a little bit more of that. But I'm going to stay with chord tones first, then the pentatonic scale, and then I'll go a little bit further from there. So here's the chords to Baja. It starts with an introduction here, then it follows this pattern, goes back to the first ending, it'll go here again, go to the second ending, and then it goes to the bridge. The bridge is a little bit more involved, and we'll talk about that actually before we start. You have a lot of chord changes that go very quickly. So here's what I would suggest. These are 2 notes that work in this scale, and it also happens to work for here. These 2 notes work for here. These 2 notes, let's see, B flat and G work for these 2. If you want to stay around these kinds of notes and work with those, you'll see how they fit. Tone. Now here's the pentatonic scale, F, G, A. Now the other one. There's the pentatonic scale. B flat chord. Now the bridge. B flat and D. A and C. B flat G. Again, use those 2 in repetition. Add the E. Pentatonic scale. F, G, A, C, D. Now C, D. There's the other scale. Back to this one. Add the E flat. Chord tone, pentatonic scale, C, D, E, G, A, back to the other one, repetition, chord tone, B flat and D, A and C, there's the half step under, B flat chord, A, C, half step under those 2. To play it again, half step under, that was the B flat pentatonic scale. Chord tone, chord tone, chord tone, bridge, here's the B flat and D, stay there. A, C. Add the F sharp. You can see that the bridge moves very quickly, and there's an F sharp in here that works really good. If you can play an F sharp right there, sounds good, but that moves very quickly. I'm more focused on this. When I said chord tones, I was just playing F, A, C in some sort of pattern. If you stay there, you sound great. Play them together, A, C, play the chord tones together here, and then go a half step under each one, like A flat and B, sounds even better. You start to figure out what patterns work and what don't. You just expand from there, but the pentatonic scale on those chords sounds really good because it sounds like you're just improvising, but you're just playing that pattern. You can play it up and down, and you can repeat parts and stay on parts. Sounds great.